Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Hamilton, co-founder and CEO of AnchorWatch. Today, I'm going to do a quick walk through Trident Vault, our built-out custody technology solution, which enables customers, both individuals and commercial entities, to get one-to-one backed insurance. As I pull up the vault here, I'm going to start with the homepage, the dashboard. As you can see here, I have several vaults that have been created, but additionally, I have vaults which I can view. These are vaults which I do not hold a key in or I do not have any control over, but someone has added me as a viewer. We believe this is a helpful feature to help those like lawyers, accountants, friends, families, and heirs to be able to check the status of a vault at any point in time if you so choose to share access with them. As you can see, I have several vaults which I've created. I'm going to start with the strategic reserve vault, which I just created to show you what a brand new vault looks like before depositing any Bitcoin. So as you can see, our vault is empty and there's currently no balance there. If you're able to scroll down, you can see here I have summary information about my policy details, including my email, what role I have within the vault, the duration of the policy, my vault ID, the amount that's insured, my annual premiums, my policy ID, and my deductible. Additionally, you can see previous payments that I've made to AnchorWatch. This would include your onboarding fee, as well as your monthly Trident service fee or your insurance premium. You can look at historical documents like your quote or your policy. And additionally, you're able to look at your vault thresholds. Now, this is a new feature that we've built out at AnchorWatch that allows us to leverage more of the advanced smart contracts we have in our custody solution. Specifically, we are able to set up ahead of time an understanding of what your spending behaviors are intended to be for the vault. This could be things like the HODL discount, which for this vault is disabled. The HODL discount is when you have no intention of spending Bitcoin for the duration of the vault. We know that this will decrease the risk associated with the vault, the Bitcoin, which is inside of Trident Vault. As a result, we're able to offer discounted premiums. Additionally, if you don't have the HODL discount enabled, you can have different thresholds of spending, which also will commensurate with a discounting or an increase in your premium. We also have the cooldown period for a vault. This is a whitelisting of addresses where you can have either a 3-day or a 7-day period before adding a previously unused address to the vault for withdrawing. Now, next we have the vault configuration. As you can see here, we have many layers that are associated with our vault. If you want to see in more detail, you can check out my co-founder Becca's vault descriptor video, kind of going through all of the inner mechanics of how this works. At a high level, the vault starts at the day of the policy is bound as a 2 of 3 multi-sig from the customer, as well as the AnchorWatch key set. Next, you're able to have, after 180 days, 6 months into your policy, a 1 of 3 from the customer, followed by the AnchorWatch key set, which is a 2 of 3. Next, you actually have 1 month remaining in the policy. The AnchorWatch 2 of 3 key set plus our third-party recovery partner, Coin Corner, are able to recover the funds in the event you as the customer have lost access to all of your signing devices. And then finally, at the end of your policy, plus 2 weeks, when we no longer have a contractual relationship with you and your policy is expired, you individually can actually remove the money yourself as a 2 of 3 multi-sig. Next, we actually have the signing devices, which are part of the vault. As you can see here, I gave some U.S. government associated names with the House of Representatives, the Senate, and POTUS, the President of the United States. Finally, you can see who actually has access to this vault, who is the owner, who is a signer in the vault. Now, with Trident Vault, you're actually able to have other accounts are able to hold a key for you. And this allows them to be having the role of a signer permission, which they can co-sign on transactions within the Trident dashboard. Finally, we have different whitelisted addresses. Maybe you have an exchange. Maybe you have the test address, which we'll go over for a moment for the test transaction. And then maybe you just have your strategic reserves, your dedicated cancellation address, whatever you want to label it. Now, for your cancellation address, this is predetermined and agreed upon before signing up for a vault. And this lets us know, hey, if you ever want to cancel your policy at any point, we have a pre-agreed upon address to be able to send your funds to. Now, let's deposit some Bitcoin. If I pull up funding my vault here, I'm going to do initial deposit. Every single address has a required label associated with it to be able to know in the future what was the event that had you deposit Bitcoin into this vault. Now, I can click here and I actually get my deposit address as I'm pulling off on a different screen. I'm going to send some Bitcoin. Now, a really nice feature that we have as well here is that we are able to actually, if you can see right here, the verify on device button. This is actually really handy. At any point, if you ever want to be able to have your signing device verify, this vault is where is associated with my AnchorWatch policy. It's associated with my previously set up signing devices. You're able to click this verify on device button here. And you can pick, okay, among the signing devices which I can control, which are the ones that actually have the ability to verify. Every single step that interacts with a signing device has step-by-step guides to explain connecting your USB cable, typing in your PIN, going to your Bitcoin app. Today, I'm using ledgers. We're working hard to be able to add other signing devices as well. Come back in the following months, and there'll be plenty of product updates around that. I'm now going to verify my deposit address on my signing device here. If I click verify address, I actually get prompted on screen, and I'm able to see the name of my vault and actually repopulate the address on screen on my ledger here. This is a handy way to spot check and make sure that the vault and the address that has been generated is correct. And I click approve, and I actually push to the home screen here the verified address arriving from the ledger. Now that I've made the deposit, I can see a couple things have already happened. One, I have an alert in my Trident dashboard. Additionally, I have another transaction here, which is able to show that I have my deposit that has been registered, as well as an entry in my graph. We just have a point at the moment because we only have one deposit. Let's do a second deposit, though, to be able to kind of show it in full function with the charting support. And now with that sent, I can give it a moment. In real time, we are monitoring the mempool to be able to see any deposits or spends that are happening with an associated Trident Vault, and we push those updates immediately to the dashboard. One of the most common pieces of feedback we hear is that the most painful part of a Bitcoin transaction is when you deposit, but you haven't actually seen it received on the other end yet. And we're able to mitigate that here. We now have 2 deposits that are being shown, and a new deposit here. So we can see our historical deposits and withdrawals being made over time. Now, if we were to go through here, as we previously called out, I want to actually go over a part that I had skipped. We have here the recovery kit, which is a really handy way to be able to visualize you at home in the event that Trident Vault is not available. How do you actually access your vault? So I can actually download my vault here, and I'm able to pull it up here. And here we are. We have our Trident Vault. We're able to look at my vault, the name of the vault, the date it was created, the birth date, which is really important for loading into Bitcoin Core. And we actually have the full documentation here, including your full output descriptor import command to be able to load it and view it at home on your own node, all of your deposit addresses and your transaction history, as well as generate spends in the event that the Trident Vault software is not online. Additionally, we're able to actually make a premium payment or even file a claim. In the event that an incident has happened and a loss has been resulted within your Trident Vault, within your own Trident Vault dashboard, you're able to go through and fill out all of the associated details with your incident to be able to file a claim, and then we'll be in contact with you shortly to follow up. Now that we've deposited Bitcoin, we've gone over some of the high-level features, let's send some Bitcoin. To call out here on the send feature, there's several elements in the advanced spending tab I'm going to call out first for power users out there. First off, we have coin control. So you're actually able to see individual deposits that are being associated with your vault, and you can do coin control. This is helpful for tax accounting reasons, as well as privacy reasons, if you don't want to associate previous payments with future spends. Additionally, you're able to send to multiple UTXOs at the same time. If I were to click down here, I can actually send different Bitcoin to different addresses all in one transaction. This is handy for saving on fees and batching payments, sending to multiple outputs at once. For today, though, I'm going to do a simple spend where I actually send my entire vault balance to the test address. Once completed, you're actually able to see here, I have all of my transaction information from the time I generated it, what the fee rate and the amount being sent is, my spend label, as well as the address I'm sending funds to. Next, when I hit create transaction, I'm actually prompted to go look at the final sending page. Now, in the event that someone else besides yourself is controlling one of these keys within Trident Vault, you'd be able to send them an alert at this point, letting them know, I have a pending transaction. I would like you to sign it. I'm going to click on my key. And then I'm going to review the transaction details, breaking out the amount being sent versus the fee. This is mirroring exactly what you would see on the ledger device itself to make it easier for you to cross-verify in real time. When I initiate a signature, I get the name of the vault on my ledger. With my signing initiated, I can see the name of the vault, the amount of Bitcoin that I'm sending, as well as the total fees associated with it, and to which address the funds are being sent to. Now that one of my devices is signed, I can see here that there's pending signatures, one of the two required keys. Now, from here, I'm going to sign off on my second transaction, which is the same as the first in process. And I'll get back to you after this is finished signing. Two of the three signing devices have signed. We've satisfied the spending condition for layer one. As a result, we are now waiting for AnchorWatch to co-sign the transaction. If there's any questions, your AnchorWatch agent would be reaching out to confirm the transaction, making sure it conforms with your expected spending behavior, and making sure there are no irregularities. Another feature we have in Trident Vault is being able to view signing devices. So if I click this here, I can see all of the signing devices that I own and control, as well as I could see ones that have been shared with me across other Trident Vault users. I can look into a specific key. I can see what vault it's being used in. I can see the high-level summary information, including the fingerprint, the data was added, and whatnot. I'm also able to additionally click over to the transactions tab where I'm able to see all of my pending spends, transactions, confirmations associated across all of my vaults. And that concludes the Trident Vault walkthrough. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me at rob@anchorwatch.com. If you're interested in learning more and maybe getting a policy, shoot an email over to agent@anchorwatch.com. And I'm really looking forward to hearing everyone's feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.